So, okay, so we're everybody's in week 1 of gut protocol, and we can talk about that. And Kathy, we can answer any questions you have going on too, because we haven't seen you in a little while. So if you have questions that have come up, we can talk about that too. But I wanted to cover first Kim's question about all the coconuts, right? Because there's a lot of different containers that apply to coconut things, coconut products. And because we're dairy free on the gut protocol, there's a lot of coconut involved right now. So let's go through that first, and then we can kind of see where we end up. So, okay, coconut yogurt. So that one is going to be a blue. I believe it's a red container full though, is a blue. And so that one, it's because of the fat that it's a blue and the lack of protein that it's not a red, right? Because yogurt's normally a red.
But isn't yogurt dairy?
Yogurt is dairy, but you can make yogurt from coconut milk.
Oh.
So then it's non-dairy. So same with soy, same with almond, cashew milk, all those things. Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah, and I've made.
I just saw that in the store the other day.
Yeah, I've made coconut milk in my Instant Pot before. So you can do it on your own too. You just need a culture to get it started. So.
Interesting.
What's the face you're making?
That's the face I make at the word culture, which sounds horrible.
What is
like moist?
Anyway, what is
Like moist, but worse. Culture is worse.
What is culture?
So it's a grouping of bacteria. So the culture, the bacteria is what makes it beneficial for your gut, right? It's adding in bacteria to your system.
Buy culture?
Yeah. Yeah. You can buy these little pills and then you just open it up and put it in. And then the bacteria, they're already, I think, I don't know if they're like dormant and then by liquid, they become active or how it works, but it's kind of like yeast, right? When you have yeast is, well, it's just, any most stores are going to have it. If you need to get any kind of health food store would have a thing you can start it with. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. Or here's the other way I used to do yogurt. So I would like if I was making coconut yogurt, Kim could take that package she has there, put a spoonful of that with her coconut milk, and then those cultures will just transfer over. Really? So because they're already active in that yogurt, and so then you can put it in your starter pot, and it will then make that entire batch yogurt. Oh. It's kind of a fun process. Making yogurt is very fun. I liked it.
Wow.
It wasn't getting eaten enough though, because you have to make kind of a big batch to make it, worth doing, because it's a good 24-hour process.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. So you put everything together and then you let it sit, either depending on how tangy you want it. The longer you let it sit, the less lactose it ends up having in it. So it's like better for people who are lactose intolerant.
Okay.
But you can, you let it sit in there, and then I would strain it to make Greek yogurt. So the difference between regular yogurt and Greek yogurt is literally straining.
Oh.
So yeah, it just lets the whey come out. Which whey is also, it's a protein, so you're taking some of that out of it, but I don't know how that works. The yogurt is still concentrated enough. Or am I thinking of the wrong word? Now I'm thinking, wait, maybe it's not the whey that's the liquid. I'm trying to think of the liquid that's in yogurt. Is it whey? Do you know, Kim?
So Greek yogurt is thicker.
Let's Google it quick. Let's go to the Google machine. Okay, liquid.
Greek yogurt is thicker, right? Thicker than regular yogurt?
Yeah, because you've strained out.
Because you're straining it, yeah.
Liquid in yogurt. Let's see. Yeah, it is whey.
Okay.
Okay, so I thought that's okay. So anyway, you strain it out. It then gets much more dense, and there's less carbohydrates in Greek yogurt and more protein. So that's kind of why it became popular.
Okay.
So anyway, so coconut yogurt, you can make your own. Or you can, but on this gut protocol, right, we're really watching our sugars. We're only having 10 grams of added sugars a day. So that is tricky when you're getting into alternate milk or alternate dairy items, because a lot of those have a lot of added sweeteners, especially the single serve. So like I've been to a couple stores and there isn't a single serve yogurt that's like a coconut or an almond that doesn't have a ton of added sugar. So you do have to buy these bigger tubs. It seems like that's where you can find the unsweetened yogurts.
Mm.
And then let's see, there's coconut cream and milk. So those are the coconut plus the water plus, yeah. So it's like, it takes the meat of the coconut. It's kind of like how you make almond milk. You take the meat of the coconut with some water, you're like pulverizing it, it sits in it, it gets it all milky. And then you take the fibrous pieces out. So then what you're left with is coconut milk or cream, because there is fat in coconut, right? So that it can be more creamy, or it could just have more of the coconut pulverized in it. That is, it's just so smooth that you can't detect it.
So it's coconut,
Yeah, what?
is it kind of like avocado in that way that it's a fat? Coconut?
A little, yeah. A little. It's a saturated fat. Oh, there's a bee. It's a saturated fat, which is I don't remember what avocado's fat makeup is. It might also be saturated. So coconut milk is a blue. Coconut cream's a blue.
Right. Like, so coconut milk in the can, like
the
she said,
can.
was one of them like in a can that I mistook for, like, I think I had 4 blues in my shake the first day because I
Right.
thought
Yeah.
I thought it was something it wasn't.
And most
So
of the time it
really
comes in a
delicious.
can, right? Because most of the time coconut milk like that doesn't come in a carton.
Okay,
It usually comes in a can.
like this one, like coconut water.
So coconut water is different. So then we have coconut beverage, right? So it's like you go from the whole coconut to coconut milk and cream. And then you've got coconut beverage, which is, I don't even know how they make the beverage part, but it's the same as almond milk in calories. It has a
Oh.
little less protein and a little more fat, but the caloric makeup equals a teaspoon. So 8 ounces is a teaspoon for the coconut beverage. So you get a little coconut flavor, but you don't get like all the, fat and things from the coconut.
Yes, so there was my error. I thought that this, like, I was like, oh, great, this is only a teaspoon, and it was
Right.
really, 4 blues.
Exactly. You're probably, that shake probably kept you full for a while, because
It
I
was
feel like on
delicious.
coconut milk, I'm like, you're full for a while.
Well, I was trying to replicate what they did in the Dominican. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
taking a picture of it and it just said coconut milk or something like that. And
Yep.
coconut milk. And I was like, okay. And then the next later I saw that beverage, and I thought, I heard you guys say beverage, but I thought
Yeah.
you were just using
Right.
beverage.
Another term. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
On
and
the
it's funny,
regular
so
diet, doesn't coconut milk equal 1 teaspoon?
in the portion fix, coconut milk is a blue.
I thought it
Coconut
was-
beverage is a teaspoon.
I thought coconut milk was a teaspoon, no?
No, so coconut milk in the can, is a blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you
oh.
only use that amount, a 1/3 cup. So like if say you're having a curry and you've got a whole can of coconut milk in it, that's probably like a 1.5 cups. So hopefully there's 5 servings in it to make 1 blue, right? So you kind of have to work that out, how much you're putting in.
No wonder they all taste so good. Anything with
I-
coconut all tastes so good. It's like butter or something, like. come
Because
on.
I was using a cup of coconut milk or almond milk. I was using a cup of,
Almond milk's totally different. That's a teaspoon.
okay.
Almond milk is a teaspoon. Almond milk and coconut beverage are the same. They're
Okay.
both a teaspoon for 8 ounces. And
Oh,
it'll say coconut beverage. If it
Yeah.
says coconut milk, that has more calories, right? It's more fatty, more caloric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also put that in my, in some of the oatmeal, the steel oats that we made.
Well,
I
and that
put
was
it-
what the recipe called for. So that's
Okay.
okay. I switched mine to coconut beverage, knowing I didn't want to use a blue. So I
Yeah.
ended up using a half a teaspoon with the coconut beverage in my servings.
I heard you guys talking about it, just went right over my head.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
just coconut beverage. It's not quite as coconutty. You know what I mean? It's not quite as rich. Like when we were in the Dominican, every morning I ordered the coconut oatmeal and it was amazing. Like it was like so coconutty. Like I couldn't even finish. I'd never finished a bowl because it was so rich. And I'm
Wow.
sure it was straight like coconut milk, right? Or cream or whatever. Like it was delicious.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure I had like 3 blues in there or something.
It's
So the
so
coconut milk that counts as a blue, how much coconut milk?
A third of a cup is a blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Okay, so I was doing better. I started,
Or
I
is it a
put
quarter
like
cup?
I did a half a cup the last few days.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So I did better, but
And then coconut oil is just teaspoon for teaspoon, right? So like if you're like if you wanted to use coconut oil instead of olive oil, it's same, right? It's just a teaspoon. A teaspoon equals a teaspoon.
yeah, I love this. Does it go bad though? Like I've had it for a long time. Do you think it goes bad?
I don't know.
think so.
I've
I've
never
had
had
mine
it
a
go
long
bad and
time.
I've had mine for a long time too.
Okay.
And it just sat on the shelf. It wasn't like it was
And
refrigerated.
if you
right?
notice in the summer when it's really hot or humid, it turns to liquid.
Yeah.
I'm kind of having me going, what happened?
I think
here?
it's like 76 or so. It's something right in the high 70s where it starts getting soft
Oh,
and
is it?
creamy. Mhm.
The first time I saw that, I was like, what happened to this?
Right?
What
Yeah.
So wait, can I just ask you one more thing? So
Yeah.
where does coconut water
So
fit in?
read me the back of the coconut water.
It says 45 calories, 11 carbohydrates, 9 sugars.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Zero
So
added sugar.
it's yellow.
It's a yellow.
Yeah, because all the sugar and the carbs.
Yeah, what is it? But it
Let me
doesn't
look-
have any
let me
added
look on our
sugars.
food list because I think it's on there.
It doesn't have any added sugars. This is just sugars that's already in it.
It's the carbs. Yeah, it's got because of the 11 carbs. I think that makes it a yellow for 8 ounces, but let me see. I'm pretty sure she put it on the gut protocol list.
So you can probably have like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so unsweetened coconut water, 8 ounces is a half a yellow bee.
Okay, thank you.
Same with, so oat beverage is another one that is a yellow. And that's 8 ounces is a full yellow bee.
Well, isn't like a yellow what you get for wine? So like, well, I'm not gonna drink this instead. Well, I'm not gonna drink, I don't like wine, but
Yeah,
I mean,
the
really-
yellow is the wine swap, yeah.
okay, so not so exciting. I
Yeah.
probably won't buy this again because it won't be worth it.
I don't, do you like it?
I have only put it in oatmeal or something or other things. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really enjoyed coconut water.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Or do you like it? I heard it was super hydrating for some reason, but
Yeah, you
I
could
don't
just
know if
use
that's true.
Himalayan salt and some lemon. Save yourself some money.
Once in Hawaii, I was on the beach and somebody gave me coconut water in a can and it had chunks in it. It was absolutely
Oh,
delicious.
interesting.
It was like, wow. I'm sure that was really high in something.
Yeah.
Well, it says it has electrolytes in it.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's hydrating. That's kind of how it got its, that's how it's marketed.
Oh, this is from Thailand.
Thailand.
Very fancy. It's fancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to watch your time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all right.
almost time.
I've got 4 minutes. And then, so what other things do you guys want to talk about? And if you want to stay on, Lily and Bev, we're going to jump on at the end. But I also told them, if we don't have a bunch of questions, we can just cover stuff next week too.
I'm kind of crunched for time anyway tonight, so I'll
Okay.
probably go.
Yeah, I'll leave.
What else do we cover?
How many grams of sugar are in those little mini chocolate bars? I was guessing
Ugh. I don't even know. I don't, yeah.
or a single Rolo. Like I was guessing 4. Does that sound around right?
Probably, I don't even know. I mean, that's what's been so funny. So Kathy, this whole thing, because we're like, we can only have 10 grams of added sugars a day.
Oh,
So like even we were looking at vegetable broth, and vegetable broth has like the one of them that Sue had 3 grams of sugar per cup.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. And another one has like 1 gram of sugar per cup. And it's like things that you would never be looking for the sugar on. Now we
Yeah.
have to look for the sugar.
That one really shocked me.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how does vegetable broth have sugar? But you
Yeah.
know, that's kind of how the American diet is, right? Everything has sugar in it because then it makes us want it more.
If you make it with like carrots and peppers and stuff, they have
Well, those
sugar.
aren't added sugars though. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
This is where you add, like it has
Oh, they're
sugar
adding
cane
sugar.
in the
Oh.
ingredients. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is if they've added it in.
So
So,
is this gut thing easier or harder than the other 3-week thing you did?
oh yeah, I think I mean, in some ways I think it's easier because I think it's more sustainable. And I
Okay.
like the hybrid. I like that I can have veggie proteins and meat proteins. So
Okay.
that's working really well. I don't know. How do you feel about it, Kim? You have to think more about how you're going to combine your containers.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan yet.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I didn't think of it as something sustainable. And then, I mean, so then that changed it a little when I thought, oh, this is supposed to be sustainable. I don't know if I want to keep this rigidity up for, like, I don't know if I can. So last time I did the reset, I kind of did the reset light a little bit, like I added in peanut butter, or something, and that still worked really well for me. So I don't know. I think I do better on more fat, and Autumn has very little fat.
She does have very little fat.
So you got to meet Autumn in person, you guys.
Yeah.
Jealous.
She did.
And I'm not a huge meat eater, so I don't miss that very much. So
Yeah.
So I have trouble getting my 4 reds in. Like I wish oatmeal was a red or something. I'm
Right.
glad quinoa.
Yeah, did
I'm
you
gonna-
see? Yeah, so Kathy, quinoa just changed to a red container.
Really?
So, yeah, so it was on the yellow list. It is a complete protein and it is a good source of protein. So, but it is now officially changed on the Portion Fix food list as a red container.
How come?
Well, it is a red container on the gut protocol. And I
Okay.
think probably through that, they decided to also change Portion Fix.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good to
Yeah.
know.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that because like yesterday I made a quick tabbouleh. So quinoa, cucumbers, tomatoes, mint, parsley, lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil and salt. And it's like my favorite, like summery type, just fresh.
Say that again. Quinoa. What else?
Quinoa, cucumbers, tomatoes, mint, parsley, like a tablespoon of each. This is just a single serving.
Yeah.
And then lemon juice. And you just kind of have to go by what you like. I like it
Yeah.
pretty lemony. And just a little bit of olive oil, maybe like a half teaspoon to a teaspoon. It just kind of makes it all come together nice. And then salt to your liking.
See, like I love that. That sounds
Yeah.
perfect.
Sounds
that's
really
what
good.
I might make that for
So
tomorrow
good.
for lunch, but
Yeah. I had it yesterday with
Can
some
you put
cantaloupe.
avocado in there or is that
I
too much?
don't. Nope. That's it.
But could you?
You could. Feta would be. I mean, if you were going to put a blue in there, I'd put feta in there over anything because it really
Okay.
like it's a Lebanese type
That's
flavor.
right. It's blue. You can't count it as an oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. so
awesome.
that's a
Thank you for
good-
addressing all my coconut
Oh,
questions.
my pleasure. And hopefully this will help anyone who watches the recording on all the different coconut things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we didn't talk about like regular shredded unsweetened coconut is an orange,
Those are
right?
they?
I thought so. I thought I
Go
looked
to
it
the
up.
food list quick. I was thinking they were blue again, but you may have me there. Let's see here.
I thought it was orange. I started
Oh,
measuring.
you're right. It is an orange. So orange and blue, I think are similar. I think I think the difference is that I wonder if it's because of the amount you're going to use, because they're both still fats, right? Blues and oranges are fats. And I wonder if it's just a little bit different calorie count for the amount you'd use. Like maybe you wouldn't use a full blue of things. So it made
Or
sense to
maybe-
put coconut down in the orange category because it's only 2 tablespoons versus a, quarter cup or a third cup, whatever blue is.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't realize it was gonna, I like pretending everything's a fruit.
Coconut, it grows on a tree. It must be some kind of fruit.
We get to count it for plants though, right?
Right.
Like 30 plants.
You do, yeah, it's a plant.
right.
It's a plant. I haven't been adding that up. That's a good idea. Oh, I need to go look back and see if I've hit 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Gotta-
struck.
Gotta get that cat in. It's 8:27.
I know, I gotta go pick her up. So,
Yeah.
okay, well, and if there's any questions, just throw them in the group. And
Thank you.
Kathy, you've got access to that 2022 group. So feel
Right.
free to put anything in there.
Okay,
And the next meal prep class is the 1st of May. And so
Okay.
we'll be doing some gut-friendly recipes again. I don't know what they're gonna be yet, but they'll be good.
okay. They always are.
Come up with some favorites
Yeah, definitely.
by then. We'll definitely have favorites
We'll
by then.
definitely have some favorites by then.
Okay.
All right,
Nice
you
to see
guys
you,
will have a
Kathy.
good night.
Hey,
We'll see you
thank
later.
you.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Hey, bye-bye.